Welcome back to the Touch World Cup here in beautiful Nottingham. This is the final match of day one where the England mixed 30s take on Hong Kong, China. It's Adam Collins in commentary, joined by Alice Summers. Alice, the English team here, how are they looking?
I mean, this team did really well last year in the Euros, so hopefully pulling through now. Dan Powell, one of the middles, won nationals for mixed opens actually, so got a really good standard team, so we'd like to see what they can pull through. Just given a offside though.
Yeah, an early penalty for the Hong Kong China lineup, so we'll keep an eye on the player that you mentioned there in the run of the game, and we'll see how England fare in defence here. That's a big shove. There'll be another penalty coming the way of Hong Kong China. At that pace, really didn't need to give that penalty away.
Completely agreed. They're getting up quite high though, this defence here, but just wanting to see, just testing out their short side here, to be fair. But England looking strong, sticking tight, probably wanting them to throw more long in this rain and this condition.
Yeah, so as you said, the conditions playing a part here. We saw the heavy rain come in that last fixture. They managed to stay away for the opening ceremony earlier on. A little bit of a drizzle, but the rain in the last time slot was certainly a lot heavier. And the conditions have changed somewhat as we see that long ball you called, taken beautifully by the winger out there in number 14,
Yeah,
Shung Yi Su.
What a ball. Looked like it was a fire-up play, so the winger could chase down easy enough, but what a take.
It was beautifully taken. We saw extra metres there, a little show and go, and he got through behind the line. And now it is England up over halfway, still plenty of touches under their belt. They shifted wide early and moved the defence around. There's a dump. Didn't quite come off the way expected. This is the last touch. They go to the right. The short side opens up. And the ball goes to ground, but that's a great start for the England team.
That is a great start indeed. Just picking off on that last fifth touch and looking open side. Just couldn't execute that long ball, but really nice defensive play to make them push wide.
Just on the end of penalty given, I believe it was called a forward pass. But the play now back underway with Hong Kong China to come off their own line. The England defence, we saw this earlier, this passive aggressive defence where they move up in numbers. And you can see two definitive lines of defence coming up, cutting down the work of the Hong Kong China team.
Yeah, totally agreed. Just got a platform there. Just trying to scoot through, but sixth touch, so England going to try and get out of their own half now. The structure's looking quite good here. England's defence looks really strong.
Good. You know, well done. It's just, I thought there was an opportunity there, but that is a really poor roll ball when they're looking at an opportunity that presented itself.
Yeah, 100%. When you get something on the run and get momentum, that's not what you want. You don't want to stop it, and unfortunately that did.
And there again, we see another roll ball error, and again, the conditions starting to come into the fore there. The ball will be slippery, but also the footwork, the footwork of the player coming in to roll the ball. They need to prepare and set themselves to get a good, clean roll ball in these circumstances.
Yeah, it's just about the basics, right? Getting those standards up and getting those basics. Penalty for offside there is going to be given. This is massive for England, actually.
Yeah, big opportunity here. The first real opportunity for the England team. We saw them nearly score last time. Let's see what they can do with the set piece here. They're now 8 metres out. Slow roll ball, but they just take the time to set themselves now. The three boys in the middle working. You see the sweep player make his way around. They come back to the short side, but numbers are there. Just the pace.
What a dive.
The pace, a beautiful dive.
What a dive there. Just taking it a sweep round and picking up, giving it. What a dive.
Yeah, Akshan Jurashina is the try scorer for England. And they take the early 1-0 lead. We saw it there in replay. Beautifully executed. Great pace from the young fella there as he dived under and got the ball to ground as quickly as he possibly could. Ball away.
Yeah.
That could have gone either way there. It was a second effort there. Knocked the ball out of the ball carrier's hand. But this is a good transition here for England.
It looks like they've got some steam up them now. It looks like they're trying. They're getting it back.
But
Oh.
a changeover, a penalty here. I believe that's referee Sylvain Charard in the middle, making that decision. Hong Kong, China now punching their way up to halfway. That was forward, but play on is the call. They move the ball to the left. There's numbers here. Good cover from the England defensive team. Shout out there to Peggy Mulligan, who hightailed it across, put the pressure on the pass and forced that error. Quite sure as she was trailing, she would have been calling, "Stay out, I've got him," and just put doubt in the ball carrier's mind.
Yeah, 100%. Really, really good defensively, and just shows this is a really good team. Like, they have faith in each other and they trust each other's abilities. So it's really good when you're in a team morale like that.
A knockdown there in the middle of the touch count, so a whole set of 6 here. This will be the second touch coming up. 4 touches on the 7-metre line. The big bunny hop back onto the left side. He turns the ball to the right. Touch was affected. So now we reset on the 7-metre line. See what they put on here. Here's the quick. The dive over. Inside defender. Comes across and makes a touch. A little bit of confusion there. Referee just checking.
Great defense. This is all mid play, so they have to stay super, super tight. So getting on the step back, they don't get hit.
Sweeper again. This time they go that way. Now he turns it back inside. There was nobody home. And that is try number 2 for the home team. Beautifully executed. The defense just wasn't watching.
Yeah, 100% on that sweep. Step back. And it was mid gap. Where was the other middle? It was space for days.
There really was, and you called it Luke Lawrence, I believe, was it, that scored? No, Bobby Taylor.
Yes.
Bobby Taylor, the try scorer.
Let's see if Hong Kong, China can get anything back.
Well, they go down by 2 here. We're almost at the 7-minute mark of the first half. Still moving the ball around, Hong Kong, China. They're not holding it in the conditions. They are chancing their arm, just trying to find a chink in the English armour, and they haven't been able to at this stage. England really in control of this game. They have looked far better.
Yeah, 100%. With passing the ball about, even though when the weather is rough, like, it's great to see they have faith in everyone's abilities in catching the ball. Like, they shouldn't stop their game plan because of the weather, but it should kind of like, you should try and think of it and put it in place.
Yeah, you stick to your plan, but sort of try to just minimise the risk. And sometimes that's as simple as just the distance between players.
Yeah, 100%. Like the depth that you can run like a player that will be it back. Just a simple thing like that, a couple meters would set you.
Absolutely, as we see there, that one going to ground as they look to spread it wide. There's a collision between the winger and the referee as well, but now Hong Kong, China come off their line and they're looking to go direct here to try to get some momentum behind them and subs onto the field. They've been able to do it, but they're trapped within their own area, and now a penalty for the offensive player grabbing a defender. Something you don't see very often.
Yeah, it shows how intense it can get and how passionate people do become. And that's why some people just love this sport, to be honest.
It's actually a play that you often see when you're attacking the line, not somewhere where you're coming off your own line to drag somebody in.
You know, 100%.
And here we go again. They get another opportunity. Again, they come to this right-hand side where their sub-box is. But they've made some good meters. Now they need to transition out of that. That's great defence from the winger coming in or shutting it down. The link player was that same young lady we called earlier, Peggy Mulligan.
Oh, I thought he was going to be through then, but really good defence. They're staying tight, and that's all they need to do with them.
Marcus Evans, it was that made that touch. I'm going to question whether he was back the required meterage, but it doesn't matter what I question. Now they roll off their line.
It looks like they're staying direct. This is just to help build momentum in their play, and just...
There's your man, Dan Powell.
Let's see what he can do.
This men's play in the middle. It's a part of mixed touch. Not a massive fan myself.
Looks like it's going to be a 6 more.
6 more touches. That's the coach killer. And off he goes.
Yeah, he's off.
I've done my job.
He's done his job. He's got 6 more. Someone else is coming on. I think this is Ryan, actually.
The number 6 is
Yes.
Ryan Meemsik. Let's see what happens now. There they go. That's a dish off the ground. That could have been forward. And straight onto the field and straight over the line.
Wow. Quick short side and a step back. What?
As I said in the call, I thought it may have been forward. Let's have a look at it here. I'm going to say it was definitely forward.
Don't tell the refs.
Again, they're not mic'd up. They don't hear what we say. They don't care. The man in the middle is in charge of the game. We just call what we see. But that was a beautiful play there by the England team. And as you said, he just came onto the field and made a significant difference in adding to the scoreboard. Another penalty.
This will be good for Hong Kong, China. Get a fresh set of 6. Just build up.
It's aggressive defence from England, shooting up off the line, but they also then need to get back double time. They do on that occasion. And now the delayed roll ball lets them reset in defence. So Hong Kong, China on the attack, 7 out. These quickie plays. There it is again. Short side. Numbers opened up.
Yeah, short side sniped by the link there from England. Just gave the player just no thinking time, but let's see what they can do.
Yeah, that was your man Ryan. He came up off the line hard. Now they get him behind. The long ball out. Can she take it? No. That's the conditions. But again, another penalty for holding by the look of that one.
Yeah, that play was a doggies pickup and they just threw open side wing. Seemed to work. Seemed to break through there. He was able to run past mid-mid. So there is some holes in the English.
They have asked a few questions of the England defence and they found a couple of openings, but it has been, you know, that ball that goes to ground or good defensive recovery from one of the players. And it's been Peggy Mulligan, I have to say, a couple of times. Shout out to Peggy.
100%. Right there. It's looking like link mid plays here.
Wow. You might be able to hear my frustration. It's just diabolical, the half passes, to the point where he handed it to the man standing in front of him. But I'm not going to harp on it. We're going to play on here. Hong Kong, China with a dummy, but a beautiful defensive effort there from England to step up and shut that line down. And they'll come now off their own line. They do have that 3-0 lead. We're 12 minutes into this half. Can they score another one here, Alice?
Let's hope so. That was a great set. Defensively, that could be tiring and quite tough. So
there's 3 sets. Don't forget back-to-back.
Yeah, exactly. So they must be dying to get off this pitch. Get some fresh legs on. Let's see what they can do.
So now they're up over the halfway line. They roll in. There's our try scorer earlier on. He's there again. Good pace out of half. They've got extra numbers if they can. Wide ball. Ball goes to ground, but the referee has called forward.
Yeah, I was just about to say that one definitely looked a little bit forward, I must say.
Well, it really is a raffle here at the moment. But no, well done. I mean, that's England demonstrating there that it's definitely there for them to take. Just that last pass, again, called forward.
Yeah, it's just the execution, isn't it? From both sides we've seen. Just getting that final pass off.
I think the scoreline clearly reflects the game as we see another penalty go the way of Hong Kong, China. And that was on the back of their drive. They really did move that ball directly down the middle of the field, the middle third. So important in this mixed game, as we know. That's where all the men attack in that area of the field. Good width here now.
Yeah, 100%.
They go short. They'll look to go. He dives, hits the line before the line, and slides the ball over as you are allowed to. That's beautiful play in these conditions.
Wow, that is stunning. Just quickie, take him short side, and just got it down.
There was a little stutter step that held up the number 16 for England, and that was Jacob Whitehead. He just, as he stuttered, Jacob stopped as well, and that was enough for the try scorer to dive over. The beautiful play there by Hong Kong, China. Good heads-up touch. And now they're back within 2 after 14 minutes of the half.
Looking like they're running a sweep round the outside. Step back, mid-mids. And England do reply.
Yeah, the referee said the ball was down. The defenders were certainly there. But again, that transition to get the ball down quickly sees Andrew Smurden score for the England team to go back out to that 3-try lead. You can see the defenders there in replay calling the touch, but the referee said you may have got him, but the ball was down, and that is an extra to the scoreboard for that 4-1 scoreline.
That was great. Just this defense of England is just really, really physical and just like high. They're just putting a lot of pressure on this Hong Kong China team.
Now they roll on. They're to the 7 metres. Good momentum here. Numbers on the outside. A wide ball, but beautifully shut down once again by the England defence. Now they'll look to move the ball wide. Good work up that centre third of the field. 2 touches. Right up to the halfway line now and driving towards the box. He wanted to go off. Quick smart. That's good too. Straight forward there by Rebecca Hill it was. But a changeover called by the referee. He was already on the way to the defensive position.
Not too sure why we got 6 touch, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was a 6 touch. You just anticipated the touch being made. He's in Struggle Street. If they got through the line, you have to change direction. I'll give you the tip. Nobody there. That's not what you want when you're transitioning that way, so close to your sub box. This is better, much, much better. But the dummy needed to pass the ball and go for second phase play there.
Yeah, no, totally agreed. This could be really dangerous team. A lot tighter than it looks, but England has been all over them.
They've just defended better. They've manned up. They've shut down those little opportunities better than the Hong Kong China team. But it's great to see Hong Kong China really taking it to England, then certainly not laying down here as we have 3.5 minutes remaining. And there's your man back on the field now. See what he does. Dan Powell, the number 9, diving for the line. This time the referee says, no, champion, you've been touched.
Still looking for that mid gap that we see. And so many teams and so many policies have always been stay super, super tight in that defence to try and not let anyone in.
2 players come off there for Hong Kong China and left them stranded a little bit. Again, isolated. There's only 4 players on the field. Now they're back at full strength. But those little split seconds in that transition play can be really, really costly.
Yeah, and especially when the ball's on the floor for longer than a second. That's devastating to the team and to the momentum. So we just got to make sure we see it quicker, someone to half, and just the structure.
Yeah, it really holds the role that they were starting. And now on the back of that, they give away a penalty for not returning the ball to the mark. So it gives England here a chance. Midfield, they'll drive up to the halfway line, only giving away 1. And now they'll look to reset and get some fresh legs on. And they'll have 4 touches well into enemy territory to try to convert into points.
Yeah, because it's so close to the try line, I reckon they'll try and definitely do a live play instead of a scoop here.
There's a lot of hot stepping going on out there. They go wide. There's the long ball this time.
Oh, I potentially
the way she dived for that one, it's forward. Yeah. Again, she's been left stranded a couple of times. The delivery of the pass hasn't been on song. They did everything perfectly right in the setup and then threw a really bad pass.
Yeah, like we said, it's execution at the end of the day. It's that final pass that's so critical but so crucial.
Yeah, players in motion, players in beautiful positions, but it is, as you said, that execution of that final element that has let them down on a couple of occasions. And now this transition once again on the halfway line. So another opportunity may present itself for England. They just need to get the people in positions. There's our hot stepper in Bobby Taylor. He's like a little jackrabbit out there.
He's dancing about.
Yeah. He might be on the next series of Strictly Come Dancing. That's a good long ball. This time, she takes it perfectly.
And that is Ryan to
Megan Clayton. Well done, Megan. You've certainly earned that one.
It was about to come. It was going to come, surely, at some point.
Yes. And called it in the run there. Bobby Taylor. I think I saw his cousin the squirrel the way he was running around out there earlier on. Hopping about. Tail shaking. And now, Hong Kong, China. This is the best opportunity they've had in a little while.
It's great field position here. They got touches to use. Let's just hope they use them well.
Here they go. They're going back to the short side. Good jam. Who was that one making the touch? Rebecca Hill this time, that came in and shut it down like a rat trap. Straight in there. Deadly like a rat trap.
Deadly indeed. It's
off the line hard.
So good. Puts them under so much pressure.
There's a sign in the background. We'll play this one out. That's a forward pass.
Yeah.
So we'll see a penalty blown here. And now England. Will they go the length, Alice? Or will they just take a touch and go to halftime?
Well, who knows? The Goosey... the Goosey was set
Oh, he's
loose.
still going. Oh, they jam him up to shut it down for the first half. He certainly wasn't giving it up. A little bit of a show and go there, but he takes it out and finalises the half for us. And it is the home team comfortably in front at half-time. 5 tries to 1. And we'll bring you all the action of the second half. We'll give ourselves a little quick break here as we bring all of the action of the Touch World Cup to you from Nottingham. And the second half coming your way in about 4 minutes' time.
Nola, and I'm representing the Hydex programme, which is one of the sponsors of the Touch Rugby World Cup. Hydex is a collaboration of a number of universities based in the Midlands, including the University of Nottingham. One of Hydex's main aims is to support industry to innovate, developing new products and services in the hydrogen economy. We decided to sponsor the Touch Rugby World Cup, particularly in relation to energy use, so that Geopura, a locally based business, can provide hydrogen to be utilised at the event, making the event more sustainable and improving air quality for visitors and competitors alike. We hope this support will encourage others to look for more sustainable ways to run similar events in the future. Finally, just to say, we hope everyone that's involved in the event has a great time.
So what does it mean to you? The time?
The sweat. The passion.
The thrill. The determination.
The support.
The camaraderie.
But it's so much more than that.
We're playing for something bigger.
You ready?
Question is, how are you going to leave your legacy?
Players and officials, stand by.
Back live here, waiting to get underway for the second half. England 5, Hong Kong, China 1. Here in this mixed 30s division. The sirens ring loud here at Nottingham. And it is England on the attack.
England are looking strong here. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got under that beautifully. He held up that little look. It was all it took. And the defender just stayed upright. And then the quick transition to the ground for Marcus Evans. So we see it here. It's this little stutter and was enough to hold him up. He was well behind the line, this defender here, that tried to shut it down from the outside in.
Yeah, just needs to
lost
step
his
up. Yeah.
Again, it was just that little show that holds the defence. Puts them in two minds, and he got the right reward for that one. So 6-1 now the score.
That link coming in really tight from England there. Maybe an option for Hong Kong, maybe Hong Kong, China to give it.
They have been doing it quite often, and as you said there, it's up to the attack then to have a look at that heads up touch footy that we really want to see from them. And now this England team just roll forward. That's good play there. He could have rolled that and been off the mark, but he took the time to go back and play it, and now they reset. Up over the halfway line they roll. Good momentum here. Pick up and scoop. He just tried to change direction, couldn't do it. They're still underway. There's been no touches. Find space on the outside.
Oh, that was great feet. I think that was Jacob Whitehead. And great feet dancing about there. But just couldn't execute that last pass.
And the execution, Megan, she was there waiting for it.
Hands are out. Hands are out.
Pleading for another one. It would have been a second. She's probably had 4 or 5 offered to her, but the execution of that final step, as you said, hasn't played her way. And now a penalty as Hong Kong, China were coming off their line. They've also thrown the ball away. Not sure how the referees are going to interpret that one.
Yeah, normally it's a penalty, right?
Yeah, that was a good distance. But anyway, we'll get back underway, and it is Megan that gets us underway with the tap. Now the men in the middle. Let's see what they can do. Jacob Whitehead, he's been dangerous. Is that our little mate, the squirrel? No. But that's a beautiful touch from try from Megan.
That was a great dive. He just read the defence there because they all thought he was going to go in for a touch.
Let's have a look who it is. It's the pull away, and the defensive line just stopped. They actually turned their backs on him, and then that just created the space for Megan Clayton to get her second and take the lead out now to 6-1.
It's great momentum by England, and just getting those couple tries straight away will just build it up even more.
Yeah, I think it could have been a different story if Hong Kong, China are able to score first in the second half. That's always something that lifts that momentum, or changes can shift a little bit. I always said when I was coaching that a 2-try lead was the death lead to me, because if you back off a little bit, as some people do, they think, we're 2 in front, we'll hang back a little bit, and the team scores and they get the momentum shift, they're on the way up, and you've got to try and get going again, and that is a little bit harder. But England are well in control here.
Yeah, it's their game. It's their game to control, and they're doing really well at it.
That's a nice play.
Oh, show and go there, right?
And it really didn't look like anything was on, but she just took the opportunity. That's just a bit of confusion around the ruck there. A delay in the roll ball. There's the sweeper. He'll look to come back inside. That's a nice hole, but a touch called. Nice shutdown there from Hong Kong, China. Look Ting Chan. It was that came across in cover and shut it down. Luke Lawrence thought he had one on the board.
Yeah, great defense in the end by Hong Kong, China. Really, really good. Just unlucky here. They got a penalty. England are going to get another set of 6 near their line. So let's see what they can do in this attack.
Yeah, 25 metres out from the Hong Kong, China line. It is Megan that gets us back underway again. There's a loss of possession there. The referee said that he lost control. And now they are back in the middle. Sweeper coming around in the shape of Luke Lawrence, but he pulls out, gets down. There's Lawrence. They come back to this short side, but numbers are on. Now he goes across from half. Referee called the player offside.
That was
what are you going to see here?
That was number 6, Ryan again.
But
Scooping
they're going to
through.
have a conversation here because they're just assessing whether Megan was actually taken out. Yeah, see, she was held back, so the referees are judging that one as a try. And that is a great decision, I have to say. She was definitely affected in the run-through, and if not for that action, she would have scored that, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like with that reffing decision, you don't see it that much. So when it does happen, it's the right call and it's going to be correct.
Absolutely, and well done again to Megan. Try number 3 for the England team. They lead 8-1. Still 14 and a half minutes remain in this half. And it is all about now how Hong Kong China step up here in the face of adversity. That's a nice pass off the ground, the dive, but he just lost the handle on that one as he got to the line.
I hope he's okay. He must.
I think he'll be fine. They're the sort of ones where you can pop that shoulder out. But he seems to be fine. Just regathers himself.
It was a really good dive in the end, though, taking him short side and just trying to get to his feet. But good D, stepping up in the end.
A nice transition here for the England team. Powell dumps just over the halfway line, so they've got a couple of touches left in this one. Now he straightens it up through that middle third. Here we go. They've got numbers both sides. A little bunny hop, and now they're going to go wide. Beautiful pass and well taken. So well taken by that winger. Let's have a look who it is. Here we go. Powell gets it down. It's Marcus Evans. It is. It goes through the line and finds the winger out there in the corner. She takes it on the back, sliding.
That was a lovely fake pass. Jumping in the air, fooling me, fooling everyone. Heads were turned.
It's really interesting. The number of people that hold up when someone jumps in the air, but when you're in the air, you can't go anywhere. That's the time to jam.
That's the time to hit them, for sure.
But anyway, no good trying to tell them what to do from up here. As we see Hong Kong, China, he threw that forward into the man, but the referee has said the England defensive line were offside. So the ball will go back to Hong Kong, China. Quick tap taken on the 7 metres. Quickie, and was a little bit in slow motion, I have to say, but the numbers come in defence. Bobby Taylor it was that got the touch.
Going for the same
good
dive
call
again.
there. This time, Bobby Taylor puts her hands out and says, "No, sir. I didn't get him. I probably should have, but I didn't."
Yeah, just going on the offside player there, which was Bobby Taylor, and stepping in. Just no one tucking underneath. Good try.
But a great call from Bobby. The referee was right there, but sometimes you might not see it, and if the player doesn't own up, and that is the perfect demonstration of the best part of our sport, the honesty that all the players have here at the World Cup.
100%. This sport is built off it, and that's why I love it so much as well. The amount of trust and everything that people put in this sport, it's amazing to see.
Yeah, look, I've been around the game a long time, and you call a phantom, you are going to get a reputation, and it's not a nice one. So it's really, really important, and that was beautifully done by Bobby as we see England on the attack now. Nice shutdown defence from Luk Tin Chan. Again, that's the second time he's shut down a scoring opportunity for the England team. But Akshan Jirasena, he's dangerous. Here he goes again. That one was down. That's a great call from the young referee.
Yeah, just running it down and just diving. On England, number 7, he has a great dive getting down low. And our Hong Kong China player just couldn't step up off the line. So it makes the call easy for the ref to make it a try or not. So
Jirasena really playing the conditions well, but I think I want to see him in the dry. He looks very quick.
he does. I'm imagining an intercept and full length of the pitch could be happening. Could be on the cards.
Yeah, let's hope that's a bounce ball there. Not the Basketball World Cup. Went for a slam dunk. Didn't go his way. That was a forward pass. But we play on. Here we go, rolling on up the field.
Great
the ruck.
touch there.
Play on. A little bit of confusion. This is sloppy. This is probably the sloppiest transition I've seen from the England lineup. But they re-establish themselves now. This is better momentum.
Going to set up for a platform here.
There's Lawrence. He goes from half. Now the
long ball and catch by Peggy. What a try. Just a scoop through, step.
Actually thought he passed that a little bit early. The line opened up and he had plenty of space, and then he let it go. And Peggy, she was right on the money. Great finish. And yeah, she earned that cuddle there in the sub box. Putting a body on the line for a team, and that's a just reward. She's been outstanding in both attack and defence, I have to say.
100%. What a game to watch.
Especially if you're an England fan.
Always helps, right?
Giving away your allegiance there. We see, again, good defensive pressure. She wasn't letting her man go there. Stacey Collins, no relation, but well done, Stacey. Like a dog with a bone. She wasn't letting him go anywhere. She turned it back, made a touch, got onside. Over the top, that's great pressure too from Stacey.
Just throwing a sinker there, but
Yeah.
no one in the hole.
Yeah, no one took the bait. So here we go. Juracina drives up nicely. That try scorer. She's up over the halfway line now. There's your man, Dan Powell. You called him early. What's he going to bring us? Will we see Dan here cross the stripe?
Let's hope so.
Here he goes. Steps to the left. Oh, no, it's another bunny hop, and there's the long ball.
No.
Who's on the end this time?
Oh my gosh. I think that we just saw two plays of the exact same.
It's almost a repeat. As you said, 100%. There's that little bunny hop, show and go. Both defenders turned in, and there's that beautifully executed. And we've talked about the execution, that beautifully executed final pass. And there is another try in the corner.
I think that was Victoria Franks with that score.
Here we go. This is right on the money. Victoria Franks scoring out wide. We're out to 12-2 now. A 10-try lead to the England team. With 7.5 minutes remaining in the half, and we see a penalty go the way of England.
Just trying to get out of their box now. At least they're box side for England, so it's going to be hard for Hong Kong China to get some pressure and stop their momentum.
There's Taylor making his way up, throwing his head back, almost like a soccer player that had been touched with a feather. Now we go up over the halfway line. There's Juracina. These two guys have worked lethally together.
That's Jacob Whitehead again.
Yeah, Whitehead and Juracina have been dangerous. Let's see what they do here. Final touch, but they're certainly not going to die wondering. There's Juracina. Oh, the commentator's curse. That's my first one of the tournament. I heard you on a couple of earlier ones.
Yeah, I've already had my first, so...
Well, one apiece.
It happens to the best of us, right?
It does. So 11-2 here, England over Hong Kong, China. Right on the halfway line. 6.5 minutes remaining here.
Let's see if Hong Kong China can be any more threatening on this line. They just need to get down there.
Here's a chance. In behind the line. I don't think he was onside.
I don't know if he got back 7 there. Did not look like it.
We'll call it 4.5.
On a good day.
Yeah. So now some of those things haven't quite gone their way. There's...
Oh, he's half there.
That's probably...
Yeah.
A just reward for that. There was a couple of situations there that could have gone Hong Kong China's way, and the final one was a drop pass. So now this is their opportunity as they make their way over the 10-metre line into enemy territory, but this delay in getting the roll ball down. He's stepping nobody. Just here we go. Now they're set back in the middle. Fresh legs coming on. Just checking the touch count. They've got a couple remaining here, but this static play is not what they want. I don't think that's going to beat the England defence.
No, it's just man on there and just didn't help out in the end. But looks like they might go direct here. Let's see what they do.
A little bit of confusion there. It looked like Dan Powell was looking to make his way off and had to come back into the half roll. It's Jack Judd there. Gives it off. Now the ladies straighten it up. This is Lawrence through the middle. Drops it back into Taylor. Taylor pulls away from a touch. There's Lawrence. He comes to the right-hand side. Numbers are intact.
Can he do the same again and scoop through?
There's Lawrence. Lawrence goes this time. Taylor goes for the long ball. And we're going to call that one forward.
Forward. Fair play. With we've had quite a lot of forwards calls, to be fair, and not forward calls. So it's up in the air. Don't know if the weather's a big factor in this or just first game jitters for the team.
It's probably a combination of a couple of different things, as you said. The weather would certainly be playing a role in it. The jitters and just finding each other's feet too. Like it's been a massive start to the day. That opening ceremony, there was such a vibe through that, and then they have to regain their composure and come into this first game. Nerves anyway, and then the conditions on top of that. So, you know, we won't be too harsh on them, but let's give credit to England. They've really dominated this game as we see them rolling forward again off their line. And each one of their players have done their job very, very well.
No, completely agreed there. They've they've got here, and they've absolutely smashed it. Just running around the outside, that is. Jacob Whitehead again. These two are dangerous. Let's see what we can do. Jack
Judd there with the ball now. He steps off his left. Another shot and go. There's Girasina. He's unselfish. Gets it out again. And who is it but my favourite player, Megan Clayton. I believe that's her 4th try in this game so far. And it was nicely done by Girasina, who probably could have scored himself.
Yeah, I feel like it was very unselfish of him to do that. And fair, absolute respect in that aspect, keeping it safe, just giving the pass across.
Big shout out too for the defensive player there that for Hong Kong China. She put her body on the line. She got across nicely in Hin Wing Yu, but just not in time. The referee judging that, yes, you certainly got to touch him, but it was just after the ball hit the ground. Now they go on the attack here. Numbers if they can. They need to take it forward. Slam dunk. But the referee, he's already on the other side calling a penalty.
Now that was a bit of basketball with that slam dunk. That looks so dangerous.
They set it up beautifully. I was watching the runner play, and now we see a changeover almost immediately. So with 2 minutes remaining here on the clock, it's Hong Kong China looking to get another one on the board. They currently trail 13-2.
This will just be good for them going into their next game if they can get another try here. Just making sure they know what they're doing in attack and testing out what needs to be done.
Hong Kong China now on the attack, straightens it up beautifully. Referee calls the touch. King Pong Chung it was that went up. He stuck his head up and he wanted to get over that line, but the defense shut him down. The referee was right on the spot. Here he goes again. No touch, play on is the call, but he wanted the penalty and he gets it.
Yeah, just pulling out there. Just not getting set. And it's so dangerous when you're in the 7 for pulling out. All the refs will call it.
Yeah, that's certainly something we need to keep an eye on because it can have some detrimental effects if you get done a couple of times, as we know. Here he is. Again on the attack, the line opens up. This time it is Kin Pong Chung that gets the just rewards for that. Straightened up, and unfortunately it was Dan that got caught short. We see it here. He broke to the right and wasn't able to come back in time because Kin Pong Chung just put his head up and said, I am going direct.
Yeah, it's just that save the middle thing.
Here
They
it
just seemed to tuck in.
Yep, see Powell just caught fading to his right a little bit too much. And in these conditions, you need the solid ground to be able to step back in time as we see a loss of possession for England. They turn it over with 30 seconds remaining.
What can Hong Kong China do? I'm ready for this.
You put the mocker on them again.
I was really excited for that as well.
2-1. Commentator's curse. You lead.
At least I'm higher.
It's the one you don't want to win. So that's a dive over. This time the ball planted and slides over. And that is number 13. Andrew Smurden will close out the match. He didn't want his shirt number to be the final score. He wanted to add one to it as we see a nice dive right between them. He sliced them open. And that is a great finish to this mixed 30s match. England 14, Hong Kong, China 3. So, Alice, outstanding start for the tournament for the England mixed 30s team.
Yeah, they've actually smashed that, and just getting one under the belt is really, really good and detrimental to the team. They're going to go home, have a good sleep, have a good dinner, body's recovered, get back in there for tomorrow.
So have a good dinner, not going to go down to the local chippy or the bar.
I mean, that's the places to be, isn't it? The local pub.
So there we go. It is England who take it out 14-3, the final score. And congratulations to the England mixed seniors team. And we will bring you a wrap-up very shortly here from Nottingham, the 2024 World Cup of Touch. And as we said, it has been an outstanding final match for England. And as a home nation, it must have been proud for you, Alice. I have to say, let's think beyond the games. Right from the start with that opening ceremony, what did it mean to you as a young lady from here?
I mean, it was so insane. Being on home turf and just coming up in the morning, it was sunny, no one here was yet, but it was just so insane. Seeing all the countries, right? This is what, your 8th World Cup?
Yep.
Just tell us about them. Like, how is this compared to?
Every World Cup is different. And I've, like Malaysia was degrees like nothing else I've experienced.
Oh no, my headset would go Florida.
I've actually coached, just step on this side here. I've actually coached the English mixed team in the South African World Cup. I've been involved in Japan. But this is something else. Like, it's a long way for everybody to travel. Obviously, the networking and the grounds, the facilities that you guys have here are second to none, I have to say. And yeah, this is something else. And that opening ceremony for mine was right up there with the best of them. The vibe down there was fantastic. So I know as a home person I would have been so proud, but I was just happy to be out there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, everyone brought the atmosphere to it. So much singing, so much dancing, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. That's what we want to see. And then get going, kicking off with England v France mixed opens. What a game to watch as well, and it's, yeah.
It really set the scene, that traditional rivalry between England and France that's been established over the last couple of European Championships and obviously over in Malaysia as well. That rivalry was a great way to start the tournament. There's been some other very good games out there again. The English Women's Opens were very impressive.
Yes, 100%. That women's game v USA. England women's did step up and just, we saw a lot of scores.
Yeah.
I think it was 13-2 in the end.
But they were beautifully executed tries. They were team tries. There were some nice individual efforts that were rewarded, but as a team, they really executed well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, looking for tomorrow, like, what games are we looking forward to?
To be completely honest, I haven't really studied the schedule because I just love watching the game. It doesn't matter who we're commentating. We know they're going to bring their best. And even so some of the scorelines blow out, the games are just great to watch. They're great to be involved in. Some of these smaller countries that are stepping up now and putting pressure on the big two.
Yeah.
We talk about the big two. In a lot of these divisions, there's a lot more teams pushing forward. So I'm really interested. I've been around and I know some players, but I'm really interested in seeing those teams that I don't know step up and see what they bring to this event.
Yeah, like some of the teams that haven't been into a World Cup for a while, that have been sat out and no one really knows who plays for them. Like, who have they brought in or who could they have on the team that might have some past experience? Correct. And that could be detrimental to the team and like having that person to look up to.
So 3 nations making their debut in this tournament. We've got Thailand, Oman and Tonga. And Canada are returning for the first time since the very first World Cup in 1988.
Wow, and that is amazing. So one of the Canadians I know is Oscar Davis, and he's a fantastic player. And I was pitch side over there, and it looked like they had a good day today. So hope it goes well.
Excellent. So it's been great bringing you all the coverage, and make sure you stick around. There's plenty of action coming to you from the Touch World Cup here in Nottingham, and we look forward to bringing you all the action. It's been great in commentary with you. It's Mitchell today.
Always.
It's been awesome. So we'll keep it going. We've got some footage that we're going to be able to run for you shortly if you want more action here from Nottingham. Just to wrap up the day, and we'll bring you some of what we're looking forward to for the rest of the tournament as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is day one concluded. We will see you all bright and early tomorrow. First tap off 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. First tap off 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We will be working for the next few hours. Our teams on site early in the morning. We are getting ourselves ready to go. Lovely, lovely. Just a final request, as it is especially now raining, if you are leaving shites on pitches, please stay off official pitches once the games are finished, so that we can maintain the pitches for the next few days. So if you are leaving pitches, please stay off other pitches and don't show up. Get your steps in, get the highest step count for your team.
I love Nottingham, the home of Robin Hood. From the bright lights of Goose Fair to the peaceful nature of the Sherwood Forest woods. There's a feeling of togetherness, unity, pure honest, love. And that feels great like a bright summer's day at the horses down by the lake at Colic. All I love Nottingham. The River Trent, the embankment, the Nottingham Carnival, different cultures dancing. The diversity, just walking down Columbus Street on a Saturday. The two lions in the square stand tall with pride. And when the markets in town come alive, it gives me life. Listen, as the council house clock chimes, and depending on how many times, lets you know the time. I've been to concerts at the Motorpoint Arena, and I've been to concerts at the Nottingham Caves. I've been here all my life and I'm still amazed by this place. I love Nottingham. Sometimes I stare at Hockley's graffiti colourful walls, and sometimes I gaze at the deers running around Woollerton Hall. Supreme thrills, from chilling up at Green's Mill or up at that castle on the hill. Nottingham, I love you, and I always will. Visit Nottingham today.
And I'm representing the Highdex programme, which is one of the sponsors of the Touch Rugby World Cup. Highdex is a collaboration of a number of universities based in the Midlands, including the University of Nottingham. One of Hydex's main aims is to support industry to innovate, developing new products and services in the hydrogen economy. We decided to sponsor the Touch Rugby World Cup, particularly in relation to energy use, so that Geopura, a locally based business, can provide hydrogen to be utilised at the event, making the event more sustainable and improving air quality for visitors and competitors alike. We hope this support will encourage others to look for more sustainable ways to run similar events in the future. Finally, just to say, we hope everyone that's involved in the event has a great time.
So what does it mean to you?
The time,
The sweat.
The passion.
The thrill.
The determination.
The support.
The camaraderie.
But it's so much more than that.
we're playing for something bigger.
You ready?
question is,
How are you going to leave your legacy?